All right. Hello, hello. We are live. Happy Wednesday. So, we are going to do a whole bunch of different Christmas paint pours. I've got little, you could make these into, I'm going to make these into stocking hangers, like put little hooks on the front. But I have these from the Dollar Tree, more smaller wood ornaments as well. I have several other Dollar Tree items. So we're going to do a whole bunch of Christmas themed paint pours today. But I did want to show a couple of things that I've been working on. And so some of the colors today are just a whole varieties of greens and reds, nice Christmas colors. Now we do have ultramarine blue that I've also mixed some of this Sargent's Art acrylic of the pearlescent medium. So this blue has a nice pearlescent to it. And then I have Folk Arts metallic blue taffeta, beautiful, shiny, lighter blue color. And then some, of course, some 24 karat extreme sheen gold, and my new favorite extreme sheen emerald. Oh my gosh, this is such a pretty green. It's going to make amazing ornaments. And then I did get extreme sheen ruby, the red, and it came out when I got it all mixed up a little bit pink for me. So this is extreme sheen ruby, but I have added just a little bit of cheap paints crimson because I just needed a deepen the red just a little bit. I felt like for Christmas pours it was just a little bit kind of on the pink side. And then we have a whole varieties of brands of reds and greens. But real quick, I wanted to show you, I filmed this video here, and this video is tomorrow, will be tomorrow. But I am starting the Embellishing the Paint Pour series. And so this is embellished with a temporary tattoo. So this video will come out tomorrow, but and it's the beginning of the whole embellishing pores series. So I'm going to embellish pores in whole different, all kinds of ways. That emerald is beautiful. It is. It's my new favorite. Hello, Janice. Happy Thanksgiving. That emerald is amazing. Like, it is my new favorite. It's going to make beautiful ornaments for Christmas stuff. It's going to be gorgeous. But I did film the video earlier of this temporary tattoo. This is a 10 by 10 inch that I did a swipe on. And then also I have the top to a jewelry box. So I painted the jewelry box and then I put a temporary tattoo on that as well. So I've got that video coming out soon. And then I wanted to show you how a couple of these are drying. Oh my gosh, this is that apple barrel pouring medium. And these, I mean, this is completely 100% dry. And this has no varnish, no resin, nothing on it. They dry so bright and beautiful. So, I also have one more painting I wanted to show you, and then we'll get doing some of the Christmas paint pours. So, just one more. This video will also be coming out. This is a huge 16 by 20, and it's the last of the apple barrel pouring medium, all the apple barrel paints that I mixed up. And this is almost dry, but this was done with a funnel, and it's a 16 by 20, but wow, they dry so brilliant and bright. It's amazing. So I'm going to hand this one off. And so today I have mixed up all these paints have 1 part paint, 2 parts Floetrol, and 1 part the apple barrel pouring medium. So it's a little bit different recipe than my normal recipe. I've been experimenting with adding like 2 parts Floetrol, so like 25% paint, 50% Floetrol, and 25% the apple barrel pouring medium. And that's in percentages, or it's the same exact thing, just some people can understand it a little bit better. So I like to say it a couple of different ways. But so 1 part paint, 1 part apple pearl pouring medium, and 2 parts Floetrol. That's very confusing, I know, but so I'm really liking the way things are drying and the way things are turning out when you mix Floetrol with a little bit of this. I like a little bit more Floetrol than this, but I have been experimenting with mixing them, and oh, they've been turning out nice. So we have got all of our paints today are mixed up that way. So they've got, I'm hoping they're going to dry so like bright like that. So first off, we're going to start with, I have a, this was an ornament from one of our local, it's a craft warehouse, like local Michael's, Joann's type store. But I think they're all over the Northwest. I'm not sure. Do you have a craft warehouse down there? I think they're only up here in Washington and like Northern Oregon. I'm not sure though. But anyways, last year I painted this and I'm honestly not too happy with the way it turned out. So I am going to repaint this. I'm going to redo it here in just a moment. So, but the paints I've got are just a whole mixture of greens and reds. So I'm not exactly sure what colors I have other than the ones that I mixed today. And these ones, this one is cherry red from Americana, spring green from Apple Barrel. Then this was the Extreme Sheen Ruby that I've added a little bit of the crimson in with it. Then for a couple of like non-traditional colors, I want to do a couple. I've noticed a lot of people decorating their Christmas tree with kind of some non-traditional, kind of more turquoise kind of green. And so we got Apple or Craft Smart's green teal. This one's super pretty. But yeah, and then we've got ultramarine blue cheap paint that I've added some pearlescent to it. Folk Arts blue taffeta, which is a metallic, real light, nice, pretty metallic blue, and that beautiful emerald. Then we also have Americana forest green. So I do have, and then the Extreme Sheen 24 karat. So I do have a variety of Dollar Tree items that I wanted to show you that I've picked up, but not all of these I will be pouring on today. Some of these are going to be upcoming videos in the next week or so. And then some of these are going to be the items that I'll be pouring on December 11th, because I will be live on December 11th. And I will be doing a little holiday party, a Christmas party. So some of these items, which this one I think I will do a video on. And then I'm not sure which one. One of these I would like to pour today and one I would like to save for December 11th. Which one should I pour today? And which one should I save for December 11th? So these are all from the Dollar Tree. These are nice, thick, big, kind of like a MDF type material here. But they're kind of new items this year. And then we got this big snowflake. Then, so this is that. It's not quite as thick as those ones. It's reasonable though. We've got that one. And then there's got another snowflake, but this one's more like the thin wood. But I think we'll do this one today and we'll save this one from the December 11th. Then I got this beautiful star, and these are all Dollar Tree. Excuse me. And then I got this star, and the plans for this star is for a video, and I'm going to do a background, and then I might glitter this star or I might paint it, and it's going to be added to a background. And that'll be a future video. And then we have this one, which we are going to do today. It's like a big ornament. We're going to do that one. And this one we're going to save for December 11th. It's just a star. And then we have Peace on Earth. and Merry and Bright. So last year I did, or no, I believe it was actually 2 years ago, right before Christmas, I had a 30 days of Christmas paint pours. And these two are on that video, these same ones. And I believe like a big ornament, a big snowflake like that. Those are all on that. But these will be a future video. These two, Peace on Earth and Merry and Bright. We're not going to do those today, but we're going to do these ones today. Then there's this cute little, I know you could put treats or I'm not sure, but it's Stan and then it has both sides. May or may not get to that one today. I'm not sure. And then we have this one. Okay, the peace today. Janice and Mike say the peace. Okay, we'll do the peace one today. And that was referring to these ones. So we'll do the peace one today. And on December 11th, we'll do the merry one. So I'm going to set that aside. And we're going to set, because we're going to do Mr. Santa on December 11th too. So then we got this guy I think I'm going to do today. He's, and our house is done in like, our house has a lot of blues and silvers, our Christmas tree with just a few accents of like handmade ornaments and stuff that have different colors. But most of it is snowmen and snow and blues and silvers and stuff like that. So I'm going to do this one today, probably for our house. And then these ones I'm going to do on a video. They've got these ones, and I've done these ones before. Actually, you know what? I've got two of these. We might do one set on a video and one set on December 11th. And we've got this. These are all from the Dollar Tree. These are from the Dollar Tree as well. Great minds think alike. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, so happy. So festive and getting in the holiday spirit. So, we'll do some of those on December 11th. These are the, they're kind of like bisque or like unfired, like ceramic. Those are fun to pour on. You can pour on all these surfaces. But these are also from the Dollar Tree, and these are kind of new to this year. So they had three. They have a tree, a bell, and this. So we're going to pour in just a minute, but I wanted to share with some of these. Today, I think we'll do this one. We'll save these for video. And so, and then they do have this guy at the Dollar Tree too. You get 8 of them. So we're going to do a couple of those guys. So, all right, let's get pouring. And then we even have a couple of items like this that we're going to re-pour on from last year. So this has got kind of a lip here. So that's kind of cool because then you can just pour on the inside and not go over the edge or anything. So we just need a small cup. I'm going to reuse the same, you know, just a medicine cup. I just reuse them. Now, none of these colors have silicone yet. So I think I am going to pick a couple of colors and add some silicone because we do want some cells. So I've got that cherry, or what was it called? Cherry red, I believe. Yeah, cherry red. We're going to add silicone to that one. Just 1 or 2 drops. All right. So we are getting in the Thanksgiving mood. We are starting here soon. I'm going to start sauteing some onions and some mushrooms pretty much right after I finish this. I like to get some of that prep, you know, what I can saute the day before. And so are you cooking, Janice? Are you cooking these this year? We are not going anywhere or having anybody over, but we're going to do the full Thanksgiving meal with our little family. So we're going to put a little bit in here. And I pretty much mix it. Some people like mix it thoroughly, mix it a little bit, you know, I just mix it. So we are in the prep for Thanksgiving spirit. Got a loaf of bread rising. Beautiful green. Okay, so we're going to do just same colors. We're going to use some of that cherry red, cheap paint crimson, some of that beautiful emerald. I've got this is mermaid green, and I'm not sure if that was Nicole's or Anita's. I remember it was a brand I got on sale a few years back. And this is cheap paint scarlet. It's a little bit more of a lighter red than crimson is a little bit darker red. And then I'll get some gold in there, some of that extreme sheen gold. And all this paint has some Floetrol and some apple barrel pouring medium. So now I'm going to take and just give it like, not a stir, but just kind of a So we were able to make it to the beach this last weekend just for a day trip. And I was expecting this super cold day because this time of the year for the Washington coast can be very cold. But it was a gorgeous day, and it was chilly and it was windy, but it was nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. And it was an amazing day. We went to Long Beach area to Cape Disappointment State Park, which is just gorgeous, has a beautiful big beach that you can hang out on. And we just took our like bunch of picnic snack food, and we went and hung out at the beach all day and then came back in the evening. So it was an amazing day trip to the beach. Wish it could have been longer, but we did manage to just get there for the day. So I'm just tilting this, and I'm not quite getting it to the edge, and that's okay because I don't want to go over. And I can use a popsicle stick to kind of help us. And then I will be torching this in just a minute, and you'll see that apple barrel pouring medium, the cells that happen with it. And I have not used the apple barrel pouring medium with any of the extreme sheen colors yet, so I am anxious to see how they dry. They should dry just, wow, nice and bright. So just a reminder, this is the last live stream of the year, or the last Wednesday live stream of the year. I will not be live on Wednesdays for the month of December or the rest of the year. So what I will be doing is December 11th will be our little Christmas party. I've got a bunch of games planned, cookie decorating, Christmas pours, giveaways. Trying to be patient to get it right there over there, but not. So we're going to have to help it a little. It's wanting to go over the edge over here and up here. So we're going to just take a clean popsicle stick. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get just a little bit more for and then when I torch this, just a moment. But yeah, we were able to make it to the beach. It was an amazing, gorgeous day. And we got to see eagles, lots of eagles right up above us. I got amazing pictures of eagles. Just as we were leaving, it was sunset. It was just really picturesque, beautiful. And then we got to see deer, elk, a big, huge herd of elk. Just lots of wildlife, a chubby little squirrel. And it was just beautiful, gorgeous sunny day. which is rare for the Northwest, especially here in closer to home here. It was super foggy. So it was just crazy for the beach to have a better day than what it was here. So I am going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a torch. Let that apple barrel pouring medium kind of do its thing. That gorgeous, that emerald, Extreme Sheen Emerald, it is just so shiny. Definitely wasn't a disappointment at Cape Disappointment. Now, when we were children, it was called differently, so it's just kind of weird to call it Cape Disappointment. But that's what they call it now. And it's near where like Lewis and Clark ended their journey and came to the Pacific Ocean, and so it's it's a gorgeous area. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and get this one moved out of the way. So once this is completely dry, what I'll do, I might even take that emerald, that beautiful emerald, and paint the edge emerald. Or I might paint the edge gold. I just wait until it dries and just kind of think about it. But I'll pick one of the colors or a contrasting color, and I'll then paint the edge a plain solid color. But so we got that one, and then we have this one that's going to be a redo as well. So this is just like I believe this was actually purchased from Joann's, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. And then I ended up pouring on it, and it's all right, but I think we're going to use the similar colors, and we're going to re-pour on this one. So let me see. I'm not sure if, yeah, I do have a little bit of silver. I had to see if I had a little bit of silver. We're going to reuse a cup again. Yeah, that the Extreme Sheens definitely makes it look like it gives it a little bit of depth, doesn't it? Yeah, for sure. So we're going to put a little bit of cobalt blue hue, a little bit of blue cotton. So we're going to do some blues and silver, this blue taffeta. I'm going to put some white. And we're just going to re-pour right over the top of this. This has never been varnished. Now, if it had been varnished, I maybe would gesso it, or at least maybe take some sandpaper and really rough it up. But it has not been varnished, so it's not really a problem. We can just go ahead and pour right over the top. But if it's been varnished, no worries. You can still pour on it. You just would want to scuff it up the surface. You don't want a real slick surface like a varnished surface. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more white in there. Then that should be good. Oh, did I get silver? I don't even, yeah, I did. We're going to get a little bit more silver. Okay. And then we're just going to re-pour on this one as well. And then we're going to pour on some of those Dollar Tree items. And this one, it sits up like it could sit up on a shelf. It's kind of deeper. It's probably 1.5 to 2 inches thick. So we want to pour quite a bit because we want it to go like up over the edge. I'm already liking the better than, because I had poured this probably 3 years ago, I believe, maybe even 4. And it was definitely a time for an update on this one. Just making sure we've got all this going down over the edge. All right. but I'm excited for December 11th. We're going to do some swipes on cookies with, of course, frosting, you know, all edible swipes. But I'm going to do some experimentation of doing some pouring techniques with frosting on cookies. And then I've got more ornaments and stuff to also paint once we clean up the cookie mess. And we've got, so it should be, I'm thinking, you know, a little bit longer of a live stream than my normal hour. Green Go, hey, welcome. How are you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. We're just doing some various Christmas kind of inspired paint pours today. A lot of greens and reds and kind of some blues and silvers. Fun, festive, Christmassy winter colors. And this is, it was a wood little shape that was purchased at Joann's craft store, Joann's Fabrics. So, all right. I like that. I think that's definitely an improvement from what it was. I'm just making sure it's covering all the little edges. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Green is good. That's awesome. Good. Good to hear. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and move that one aside, but we got all kinds of shimmery silver, and then the blues have some shimmer to it. And it's kind of pretty because the lighter blue has a very, very, very fine mica in it. So it's very like light. The shimmer to it is very fine. And then the darker blue has a more almost glittery shimmer. The mica is not very fine, small in it. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and do one of these things from the Dollar Tree. Let me get a new pan in our way here. Then we'll grab, let's do this ornament here. Try to fit it in the, it'll go over the edge a tiny bit. That's okay. So, and these are all just from the Dollar Tree, real thin. So, all right. I'm thinking this one, we've got to use some of this gorgeous, gorgeous, just emerald here for sure. But this one, I'm thinking we'll do maybe I can't decide we'll do a swipe or I'm trying to decide here. Maybe we should do, I'm going to do white background, and then we're going to kind of do like a wreath. We're going to pour kind of a wreath and then put a little bit of red berries on the wreath. So we're just getting a white background here. And I do have a video doing this, doing a wreath. I think it's in that 30 Days of Christmas series that's 2 years ago. There's a playlist in my playlist, 30 Days of Christmas Paint Pours. All kinds of different paint pours and ideas for Christmas inspired Christmas cards. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. So, all right, we got plenty of white. We actually have probably more than we need. Just getting it up here around this. And normally, actually, I like to just cut this off. I'll cut it off later. And I cut the whole everything off. And then I'll put a ribbon down. A red ribbon or a Christmassy colored ribbon. All right, so now I'm going to get my greens, and I'm going to get a cup of just greens here. So I've got this kind of lighter spring green. That forest green. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour this in kind of a ring to look like a wreath. And then we'll put some berries and maybe some gold and stuff, like decorate the wreath. So Just a variety of greens. This is a metallic green, but it's a mixture of a whole bunch of different brands. So I don't know what exactly. It's a few different brands. And we'll just top that off with a little more of that beautiful emerald. All right. We're going to take our I think I'll just go actually just a little bit because that lighter color is all the way on the bottom. All right, now we're going to just carefully go around, do the best wreath we can. It might not be exactly circle, but it'll be somewhat. So I like to get the first just like layer down. Then I'll start kind of doing like kind of rings, but kind of just plops too. Okay. There we go. In just a second, we're going to actually take and torch that. And then we're going to come in with our aquarium tubing, which right there. I knew I had one right here. I just didn't know. Sometimes I'll have them conveniently around my neck. And we're just going to slightly in a couple of these areas. Just kind of straightening it out a little, making it a little more round. It's not going to be perfect. All right. All right, so now I'm just going to come in with that crimson and just little tiniest drops as I can. Just like at random. Oops. Okay, I gotta wipe the surface, wipe the top because I accidentally touched the green. No biggie. Trying to control it and get just little bits. Sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat, just paying attention here. All right, let me go ahead and check this out. It looks like it might be trying to escape me this direction a little bit. You can always, if it's looking like it's trying to, it's not level, go ahead and level it out. But here is just real quick wreath, kind of wall hanging. Now you could come in with some other colors. You could come in with some blue. You could come in, maybe even a bow or, you know, whatever. I like to actually put an actual bow, kind of giving it a 3D effect. Then after it dries, sometimes I'll do that. You could put in little gold spots, but I kind of am liking the simplicity of this. I think I'll just leave it actually right here. I don't think I'll go much more than this. I kind of like the just simple white background with the green and the red. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. Thank you. Carefully set that aside. All right. So now I'm going to do one of these larger plaques. Now this is from Michael's, just one of their plaques. And so I'm going to do it kind of Christmas colors, and then I will put hooks on the front of it. And so it could be for stockings or, you know, whatever. But I thought I would do one of these plaques in kind of some Christmassy colors here. But I'm going to do it. We're going to just use this green. We already have a whole bunch of green. And then we're going to go ahead. So we're going to do dirty pour, but we're going to actually do 2 different cups. So I'm going to put a bunch more greens and stuff in this. And I'm going to put a whole bunch of reds in this. And so we're going to do ribbons of green. And then we're going to do ribbons of red. So we for sure do not get mixing of the colors that way. And I'll show you how you do that. Some people have a hard time with colors that are very contrasting, like greens and reds. When they do it, they get mud. Well, a great way to do it is to go ahead and just do it in 2 different cups. So then another issue people have is, so I'm going to put my white in here with my green, because if it lightens some of the greens, that's okay. If I put white in with the red, you can do it and not have an issue. I've done many white and red without getting pink, but some people, beginners, have an issue with then getting pink. So I want some white, but I'm putting my white over here in my green instead of putting it in with my red. So, all right, that beautiful green. It's probably way more than enough. Now we're going to layer just our red colors over here, and we're going to put a little bit of gold in with our red, which our gold could have gone with our green or our red. And these are just the various reds. I've named off all the different colors at the beginning and talked about the different recipe and everything at the beginning of the live stream. But a lot of these same colors will be done on some videos coming up. I will be sharing all kinds of different paint pours, some bright festive greens and reds, and a bunch of different paint pours. So again, we're just going to do some like ribbon dirty pour here, but keeping the green and the red in 2 different cups. So you can start with either one, don't matter. So we're just going to do ribbons all over. Then we're going to do ribbons of the red, and if it covers a little bit of it, it covers a little bit of it, and they intertwine. So we're going to stop right there and then put some red. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to add just a little bit of green, because I'm going to come back through and just do a little bit of ribboning of the green over the top of the red, so it kind of intertwines almost, just a little. Okay, plenty. So these are those deep ones. These are 1 inch thick. So we do want enough to make sure it goes down over the side. So I probably should use just a little bit more white. No big deal. We just have little pops of white. Just helping it down over that edge a little bit. Now do be careful if you run your fingers across the edge too much, you're going to muddy those greens and reds. So just try to kind of dab at it. And then we'll give it a little bit of a torch. And let me wipe my hands clean a little bit because we'll get muddied up if I start messing with it with the muddy hands. But I am going to help the sides just a little bit. Now, this is a 7 by 9 inch. I'm also going to do a couple of little 3 by 4 inch here in a little bit. And they make great like little stocking holders or key racks or anything you might want to hang up holiday decor. So I got my mirror. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at this little and help it over here. All right, now we've got all the different edges. Now we'll give it a torch. All right. Few more cell action with that apple barrel pouring medium. Really likes to cell up really well. It's really nice. So that's just an example. If you're worried about your greens and your reds kind of mixing together and what we call kind of muddying, if you don't want it to muddy up, just put your various greens, some nice festive, beautiful greens in one cup, some nice festive reds in another cup. You don't have to use any white, or you don't have to use any gold, or put gold in both cups. It don't matter. That part doesn't matter, but just keeping your contrasting red and green in two separate cups does make it a little bit easier for not muddying. But we're also going to do several where, I mean, we used a lot of gold, but we didn't really get muddy either. We kept the red and the green pretty definite apart, not muddied up. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside, but it is right through here, still some more little cell action. That emerald green is just so pretty. So, all right, I'm going to set this one aside, and then we'll have a bunch more. All right, now let's do this piece right here. All right. I think since it has a tree, and so I think we're going to do a just dirty pour all through it, but I am not going to do the star. The star I'm going to do just Extreme Sheen Gold. So I think that I'm just going to add right to that cup there. That was our reds and our gold. We're going to add some green in there. Some more reds. That's that Extreme Sheen Ruby. And that cherry red. And we better get some more gold in there. And I'm going to really raise the gold up. I wanted it to get more down in there. So I gave it a lot of gravity. All right. So, now we're just going to pour, and I'm going to it's going to get a little bit up there to the star, but I'm going to try to avoid it and make it mainly gold star there. But we might get a little bit, no big deal. Okay, so I've only got that lighter green over here. I want to add just a little bit more to my cup. And then I want to come over here and just make sure I get a little bit of it over here, just so it kind of matches in. All right. Now you could pick this up and tilt it, or you could literally, I'm going to like barely tilt it, not too much. And then I'm going to take a popsicle stick to kind of help it the rest of the way. So we're just going to try to get those edges a little bit covered. And I am not doing the gold just yet. The star, we'll do the star in just a moment. But anything, any edges that don't quite get covered, we can come back in with our popsicle stick. All right, let me wipe my hands. Now, with the contrasting, the really not wanting to muddy, wipe your hands clean, because I don't know how many times just with my hands being messy, I've messed up a pour. Wipe your hands clean if they get too much red and greens on them. Just taking my edge of my palette knife, making sure we're just pulling that down over the edge. Without really like mixing them paints, just pulling it down over the edge. Just in the spots, a few spots, not too many. But a great budget paint pour, since these are just from the Dollar Tree. All right, I think I have all the edges. Not seeing anymore. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put the gold on there, and then we'll give it a little bit of a torch. We've got a few cells popping up anyways. You're putting enough to kind of push it over the edge as well. Now I'm just pushing it up to my other colors, not pushing my other colors into the gold, pushing the gold up to the other colors. All right, now I do want to go ahead and just bring this up just a little bit, making it more, there we go, more like a star. It's not perfect, but it's a little bit more like a star. Mike really loves this gold. Did you know I love this emerald? It is so pretty. All right. Loving those cells right through there. Now you got to be careful with that twine on there, that jute or whatever it is. You could flame that up. I've accidentally done that. So you don't want to get your flame close to it. So, all right. There is our peace on earth. And I'm not sure how it works, my camera works, if it shows the correct way to you or if it's mirrored and it's the backwards way. I'm not real sure. Okay, Mike says it does show you the correct way. Okay, good. I wasn't sure about that after I thought about that. But all right, I'm going to go ahead and set this one aside. But there's some beautiful festive greens and some bright metallics. Set that one aside. And then I have a whole bunch little things I want to get out. We're going to do probably 2 of these. We'll do one in like blues and silvers, and then we'll do ones in greens and reds, but we'll have to put those on their own cups. So we have a whole bunch of ornaments and things. So we're done doing anything that's in a pan. We just got little stuff. We got a bunch of ornaments that we're going to pour, do some dirty pours, do some dips. I like to do dips with small items like this. So let me show you a whole bunch of different stuff. And then I do have a couple of these that we're going to re-pour on. I poured on those a year or two ago and I'm not liking them. So we're going to re-pour on them. So just get a bunch of yogurt cups or whatever you have and you just prop them right up on there. And these should really dry nice and bright because they do have some of that apple barrel pouring medium. And these are all from Amazon. I did get another set, a whole new set of them that these are going to be, part of them are going to be done on a video and part of them are going to be done on that party on December 11th. So these are real cute little wood ones. So we're just going to do a few of these and then that'll probably be it for today. So that one, that one, that one. And then we do want to get this guy over here. So if we just leave him flat because of this bottom, it leaves it at an angle. So you don't want to pour on it at an angle. So we're going to need to prop him up on something as well. Because of his base, it would make it angle. So now let me see. So this is what we're going to finish with today, pouring on these items. Oh, it is right side up. I wasn't real sure how it would be, if the word would be mirrored and would be reading the right way or not. So good to know. I wasn't real sure if that's some setting maybe, or if different cameras, or if it's something I needed to do on my end to make it right. Because I know that when I've watched live streams, they seem to be the right way. So we're going to do one of these plaques in like greens and reds, and we're going to do one in blues. So I am just going to use this same cup. But these items is what we'll be kind of finishing our day off with. Upcoming videos will be that temporary tattoos, then also some other embellishing videos, whole bunch of Christmas paint pour videos, just a whole variety of videos coming up. But I sure will miss you guys this next month. And so I really hope you guys have an awesome holidays. In case I don't talk to you December 11th for some reason, I just want to make sure that I tell everybody that I will miss you and happy holidays. Well, Merry Christmas and, you know, all that good stuff. Happy Thanksgiving. As soon as I'm done here, I will be starting our Thanksgiving cooking. Just the onions and, you know, sauteing a bunch of stuff mainly. So I have more than enough paint for this little plaque. I will be using some of it. I'm going to go ahead and, so I have this guy right here as well. So I'm going to pour on this. And then I'm going to go straight over here to also pour. But let me go ahead and just. So, yeah. It's crazy that time just flies. It's crazy to think we're already like, this is holiday season, holiday crunch time already. We're used to, we used to do a lot of bazaars. So it is different for us not doing the whole bazaar season. That does make the holidays. It makes it nicer in a lot of ways, but I do miss it in a lot of ways as well. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tilt this one first, and then I'll go ahead and do that other one. So these are just little plaques. You could paint a scene on them. You could do all kinds of stuff. I like to put hooks. Then you can make them into stocking holders and then put a hanger on the back. Just helping it out here. All right. The corners are always the hardest on all paint pours. Oh, yes, Janice, we will miss you. You've been amazing. Always here, always here. Yeah, December 11th is going to be super fun. I've been working on some games, been working on I'm even going to give some of these like things, ornaments and things. I don't know if these ones will be particularly dry and clear coated, these ones I'm painting today, but I do have some other ornaments that I have painted that are already done. So I will be giving out some ornaments. I will be giving away some cheap paint, a couple of tubes of the colors of cheap paint, and just a whole bunch of nice giveaways, and just to show my appreciation a little bit. And I, even a couple of split cups, or a split cup from Mike's shop as well. So we will be giving away a split cup. It'll be super fun. So, yep, I didn't even see Mike's comment, and then I had said it, and I looked up, and there he's already saying. So, yeah. Some fun giveaways, some fun games. So, all right, now I'm going to do this other one. And I should have probably done the back one so I don't have to reach over, but no big deal. It's not that far. We're going to do the blues and stuff. So I'm going to do this angel at the same time. So I'm actually going to set it there so I don't risk dripping on that guy. So I'm going to fill up the cup, and we're going to do this guy, and this guy all the same. You know what? I'm going to get a bigger cup. We're going to go ahead and just start. There's not much in that one anyways, so it's not a big deal. So we're going to go ahead and grab this a little bit bigger. It's still one of those little tiny cups because we want to do this guy over here too. So we're going to get some white in there. We don't got too much white left. A little bit of white. Some ultramarine blue. And then we're going to put some of the blue cotton. And some of this blue with pearlescent medium. Blue taffeta. And that was found on a clearance. So I'm not sure if they actually, a lot of the ones at this store that I go to that had the clearance is because they've discontinued the color. So I'm not sure if Folk Art still makes a blue taffeta or not. They might still make it. I don't know. Usually if it's on the clearance thing, it's because they're discontinuing that color. Just going back through the same colors. Oh, awesome. Janice says she loves Mike's cups. Best of all the ones she has seen. Awesome, awesome. Good. So we are hoping to get some new designs we're working on and some new things. We do have clay cutters for those that do the polymer clay earrings. We have put those in the shop, but we're hoping to get some more paint pouring supplies as well. So, all right, I wish we could get a little bit more silver out. Okay, we did. Okay, that's plenty. What we're going to do is we're going to do this plaque. All of these things right here are going to get the bluish silver. So I'm going to give that just like a whoop. Not a stir, but a whoop. I know it's silly, but all right, we're going to go ahead and pour right over here and just continue on with the cup. Some of these other things, are they all in? We could probably get this guy a little bit more in. There we go. And then we'll do some dips on a few of these. We're going to have to get a little bit more paint in this cup for the snowman, but that's okay. And then I want to do a couple of these. We'll move a couple of these aside and do a couple of dips. So we're actually going to have to get a little bit more for the snowman. So now I'm just... Okay, now we'll set that there. So, all right. Go ahead and tilt this guy. Without trying to drip on the other. I should have done it backwards with the back ones first. All right, let me give that a little torch and we'll get those other ones tilted up a little bit. Can't really see them all that well. Sorry about that. Get you a little bit better in frame. I'm going to go ahead and torch these ones. I will be go ahead and tilting them around a little bit more, but while I have, it's okay. You can just torch them now and then tilt it around. Sometimes that's a way to get a little bit bigger cells, but these little tiny items, you're going to get little tiny cells anyways with this. Now these ones were already done with very similar colors, so it's almost hard to see where you can use your hand, your fingers to kind of help pull it a little bit. All right. Some bells, some angels, and these were off of Amazon. They come in a set that has the bells, angels, ornament, stocking, and tree, I believe. And I do have a bunch of them already painted on my Etsy, which a bunch of stuff is already on Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales on my Etsy. So, all right, we've got one more here, and then we'll go ahead and get that snowman. I'm being careful not to drip. I'm kind of keeping them above, but try and do my best not to also drip it on there. But if it does, it's same colors. All right. Those blues are so pretty. That silver, a little bit of white, not too much. We're going to do this snowman now. I am going to try to get as much white as we can get. We're going to go ahead and just leave that on its side there. That's blue cotton, blue taffeta, and the ultramarine blue with the iridescent. Some of that cobalt blue, blue cotton, quite a bit of the blue cotton. Now let's see if we can get any more white. Oh, let's get some silver. See if we can get. And so there's a back to this as well. And sometimes I glitter up the back. Sometimes I tape off the front after it's been and re-pour on the back. Sometimes I just paint the black back with a solid color. You can really do whatever you want on the backs of these. And they kind of have a front that has like a design and engraving, and then the back is more plain. So, all right, let's go ahead and pour that guy. Ooh, almost knocked that cup over. That would have been a disaster. All right. All right, you can take your palette knife, come in with the end of your palette knife, kind of help it here. Let's give that guy a little torchy. But these are all from the Dollar Tree. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm really liking the mixture of apple barrel pouring medium and the Floetrol together and the way it dries. So I can't wait to see some of these metallics dry with that apple barrel pouring medium. So we are going to move a couple of these aside the best we can, and then I'm going to come in and dip a few. So we're going to go ahead and move some of these blue ones up and out of our way a bit. And these don't take too long to dry. They dry rather quickly. All right, now making a mess. Sorry, I'm smearing it all over. I usually try to save those drips, but we're kind of trying to make a mess here, aren't we? So, all right, I'm just going to bring in a piece of our, I like to use this black plastic here to kind of dip the paint in. We're going to put our paint here and then dip these into them. Let's go ahead and get one more guy going. And so we'll go ahead and get one of these trees. So it looks like they also have, the set also has a reindeer and a heart as well. So a nice little variety. They're super cute. So we're going to do these in the greens and reds. So what I like to do, because these will, the dipping, after you've dipped a few times, it will muddy. So I start with just a few colors, then I'll just keep adding to it a few more colors because when you go to dip, it's gonna, after you've dipped once or twice into it, it'll muddy. So we'll just expand our area at that point. And a couple of these colors do have silicone, so we're gonna automatically get some cell action with the tension when you go to dip things. It gives it nice cells. Usually, not all the time. I don't know if I've dipped with, yeah, I think I have with the apple barrel pouring medium. Okay, let's get a little bit of, actually, we're going to go ahead and dip one or two with that, and then we'll add gold here in just a minute. So let's start with this guy. Now, these are going to get slippery. They're going to be fun to pick back up. I'll tell you that from experience. So we're going to just dip it in there. Make sure it's somewhat pushed down. They are a bit easier without the gloves. And then we'll go ahead and torch it here in just a minute. But we'll do one more without gold, and then we'll go ahead and add gold. So I'm going to do this stocking. Look at, we're already getting beautiful cells right in there. Just watch the cells develop. It's so cool. And that shimmery green is so pretty. All right, I'm going to go ahead and torch those ones, but see, this one has been little cells developing. Look at that cell explosion. Let me see. Let me grab this one. All right. Now I'm going to just go ahead and the same colors, I'm going to just add some gold. But not too much. Just going to, instead of pouring it in, I'm just going to kind of string a little bit here and there. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and just add just a little bit of each of the other colors. All right, then we're going to dip that ornament shaped one and that tree. And these do dry rather quickly. I think I said that. So, all right, we're just going to dip these in. These are super fun to do with kids, super easy, messy, but super easy, fun little activity with kids. And, you know, pretty budget friendly as well. With the, you can do apple barrel paints, apple barrel pouring medium. You could do it pretty much with at Dollar Tree wood items. So pretty well on a budget. So, all right, now we're going to go ahead and do this tree, but that'll be our last one for today. This little tree. We've done a whole variety of beautiful pours, but this is the last live stream, then Wednesday live stream for the whole year. That'll be crazy. So, all right, beautiful. That stocking's really popped up with some beautiful colors. Let me go ahead and give that guy a little torch. Now, the one thing with the apple barrel pouring medium I've noticed is it's a little bit stickier on your gloves, but it kind of dries that real kind of bright, plasticky almost, so it kind of makes sense that it's a little bit stickier. But see how we've dipped these, and we do not have like muddied up. The red and the greens have really, but you can only dip a couple of times, and then so you don't want to put too much wasted paint down. You can always put a small puddle and then move, you know, expand your puddle if it starts to muddy. So much fun. Awesome. Good. Yes, I love the pretty, beautiful, this color. I can't wait to use this color in so many different things. It is the Extreme Sheen Emerald. That's hard to say. Extreme Sheen Emerald. It is so pretty. So, all right, we have a little bit of paint in this cup. So I'm going to do one last one, and then I'm going to get off here. Oh, Janice. Oh, wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you. That's huge. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh my, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are so awesome. And I see you. I recognize your support. I see you in other channels. You are so awesome, so supportive to the whole community. You are so amazing and supportive. I recognize that and I see that. I see you around. You are super supportive for the whole community. And thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, happy Thanksgiving. You are so awesome. You did not have to. You've been so amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Super appreciated. So this one has a lot of reds in it, but I really like it. It's nice, subtle. Oop. So we did get a drip right there. I'll be able to fix it just a minute. So, all right, let me set this down before I drip too much. Let me set that down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm gonna wipe my palette knife, make sure it's clean. So thankfully it dripped the same colors, but to make the drip kind of match, we're just gonna kind of, there we go. If you just put a line through the drip, then you can't even, if they're the same colors. Now, if it was different colors, we would want to kind of dab that drip up. But because it's the same colors, we can kind of just put a line through it and it almost looks like it's purposely supposed to be there. But some of these ones with that gold are so shimmery. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, thank you. Don't mean to, I get kind of emotional. Sorry about that. Oh, thank you. It is so appreciated. But and I'm serious. I recognize how supportive and amazing you are to so many people. You are so amazing and generous. I reckon that's amazing. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I almost feel bad getting off here now. It's like, what else can I paint? What else can I grab? I want to paint some more. I almost feel bad because that is kind of the last thing I was going to pour. And I'm like looking around. Okay, what else can I paint and stick around a little bit longer? But I'm going to go saute the onions, the garlic, the mushrooms, a little bit of bacon. Just do mainly the sauteing, so tomorrow we're going to do the turkey and mashed potatoes and stuffing and the whole deal, but I like to get what I can of just that, like, so we have some nice uh onions that are already sauteed and all that little bits that take forever. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing here in a few moments here. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. So awesome, awesome, awesome. But I will show how these dried on either a community post or I'll be able to show them on December 11th. But we did a whole variety of different things today. I do think that these turned out way better than what they were originally. Same colors, but turned out nice improvement there. So don't be afraid to pour. If you mess it up, you just re-pour it. And I use cheap enough paint and cheap enough stuff. I know sometimes you don't want to waste your paints and stuff, but when you use cheap enough stuff, doesn't feel quite as wasteful. But just experiment and you never know what you'll come up with. But so thank you, thank you. So awesome, awesome. And I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. And I know it's still a little bit different. Normally, we usually go to my mom and stepdad's house and my dad and stepmom's house and Mike's parents' house. And we usually have all kinds of running around, or else I'll cook for everyone and everyone comes to our house. But it's still very different for us. We still can't do that. The doctor said not yet. Numbers are still too scary and with my immune system. So we're still cooking up the whole big turkey dinner and all that, but just for our little family here in the home. We're not gonna, it's kind of different still. So it kind of feels weird to once again have a different Thanksgiving, but I am super, super thankful for, being able to do this with our little family and have a nice, calm, quiet day with the family. So that'll be nice too. So I can't wait. And so I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving and I hope you guys have awesome time. And I can't wait to catch up with you all on December 11th and see how your holidays are going and see how you're doing. And I do have a bunch of videos coming out. So I'll have videos out and I might even premiere one here or there so I can pop into chat or something. But I really hope you have an awesome holiday season. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You're just staying home and chilling as well. Yep, it's just not quite the same. It's not back to normal enough for us yet. Hopefully soon. Hopefully next year it'll be back to normal as it can be. It'll never be the same, but hopefully it'll be back to normal as it can be. So, all right. Thank you so much, Janice. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, each and every one of you. I appreciate every single one of you. So, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I love chatting with each and every one of you, getting to know you. And so, all right. We will not be live next Wednesday. We will be live again on December 11th at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on December 11th, we will be having our Christmas party with giveaways, all kinds of fun stuff, games. So I hope to see everyone there. So, all right, thank you so much. You have an awesome, awesome day. Happy Thanksgiving and be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. All right. Thank you so much.